Welcome to the course Python Programming. I am Dr. P. Govardhan, Professor of Computer Science and Engineering. At the end of this lecture, you will be able to learn lists, accessing elements of a list, modifying elements into the list, creating a list using a range function, aliasing and cloning, membership operators, some examples also, that is the programs. Here is the definition of the list. A list consists of a group of elements or items. List can store different type of elements, that is different data types, that is heterogeneous elements. That means list holds heterogeneous elements. Lists are represented using square brackets and the elements are written within the square brackets. The elements in the list should be separated by a comma. We can create empty list without any elements by simply writing empty square braces. Now, like this, empty list is equal to only square brackets. Now, this is the example of the list. List is equal to 12, 34.56, 4 plus 6j, IRE, true, minus 12. Now, observe here, the 12 is integer data type, 34.6 is a floating data type, 4 plus j is a complex data type, IRA string data type, true boolean data type, minus 12 is also integer data type. That means a list contains heterogeneous elements. Now, the list, it will be create a list with different types of elements. When we are using the list, a list represents a group of elements. List can store different types of elements, that is heterogeneous elements. A list can grow dynamically in memory. That means we can increase the size of the list or decrease the size of the list during a runtime. That is dynamically nature. List is a dynamic in nature. Insertion order preserved. What are the order we are inserting the elements? The same order will be displayed on the screen. That is insertion order preserved. Duplicate objects are allowed. Now, in the list, duplicate objects are allowed, including non-data type is also allowed. Lists are mutable. Mutable means we can change the elements of the list. In such case, we use lists. To view the elements of a list as a whole, that is, I want to display the list as it is, we can simply pass the list name to the printf function. Now, this is the syntax: print list name. Now, the list name is nothing but object. Print, we are passing object as a parameter. Now, this is the example. L is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. Now, the list contains 4 elements. I want to display the entire list, print of L. Now, this is the output. The same order will be displayed on the screen. Now, that is insertion order is preserved. I am showing practically. Now, this is the list. L is equal to some integer value, 12, some floating point value, 34.67, some complex number, 3 plus 5j, complex number, some string, IRE, string, some boolean type, true, non-data type, it allows some duplicate elements also, 12, some again IARE. This is the list. Now, first I want to display the list using print function. It is the built-in function print of L. Now I am executing this program. This is the output. Now the same order: 12, 34.6, 3 plus 5j, IRE, true, non-IRE, the same order will be displayed on the screen. That is, the insertion order is preserved. Suppose I want to know the type of the list. Now using the type function, type of list L, I am executing the program. Now this is the class list. That means the list is now this is a list data type. Class list means list data type. Suppose it is empty list. I want to create empty list. Only there are no elements. I want to display the elements. To display the list. Now the empty list will be displayed on the screen. Accessing elements of a list. Now the first method is by using index. First we discuss what is index. In the list data type, we are able to read elements individually by using index values. Now the index values is possible to read elements in both forward and backward direction. The forward direction means left to right. The backward direction means right to left. I want to read the elements in forward direction. We have to provide positive index values and it must be started with 0. To read elements in backward direction, we have to provide a negative index values and it must be started with -1. Now this is the example. This is the list. List contains 12 elements, that is 10, 20, 30, -15, 30.4, true, some string, 50, 67, 23, 67, 28. Now I am showing this pictorial representation. L is equal to first element 10, 20, 30 like this. This is the 0th index. This is the first index, second index, third index, fourth index, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th index. This is the forward direction. That is left to right. Now it is the backward direction. The index values are start with -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 and so on -12. This is right to left. I want to read the values from right to left. Now the indexing represents accessing elements by their position numbers in the list. The position numbers are written inside the square brackets like this. L of 0. L of 0 represents 10. L of 1 represents 20. L of 2 represents 30. L of 3 represents -15 and so on. Similarly, L of -1 means 28. L of -2, 67. L of -3, 23 and so on. L of -12 is a 10. Now this is the meaning of this example. L of 0 is 10, L of 2 is 20, L of -1 is 28, L of -12 is 10. I want to print individual element using the statement print L list of the object of within the square brackets its index value. That is L of 0. 10 will be displayed on the screen. I will show practically. Now this is the list containing some 10 elements. 10, 20, what are the elements? Some 34, 56, 78, some 35, 12, 14, again 12. These are the list. I want to retrieve 0th element. L of 0. I want to retrieve 0th element. That is L of 0. On executing this, output is 10. L of 0 is 10. Next, I want to retrieve L of 4. That is L of 4, 0th index, first, second, third, fourth. That is L of 4 is 78 will be displayed on the screen. Output is 78. Next, similarly, I'm trying to retrieve 13th index. Now, observe what is the maximum index. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, the 13 is out of the index. We get an error. That error is called index error. Observe here. At this statement, print L of 13. Now, here 13 is index out of the range. We get an error. That error name is index error. This is the description of the error. List index out of range. Similarly, I want to retrieve L of minus 1. L of minus 1 means now the index is negative, that is from left to right, that is minus 12 will be displayed on the screen. 12 will be displayed on the screen. Similarly, L of 3, that is index is negative right to left, that is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Again 12 will be displayed on the screen. Of course, L of minus 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. 78 will be displayed on the screen. 78 will be displayed on the screen. Suppose I want to retrieve minus 51. There is no index. We get an error. That error is called index error. List index out of range. Second method, by slice operator. Slice means a piece of the list. Slice means a piece, small piece of the list. Slice represent extracting a piece of the list by mentioning starting and ending position number. Now this is the general format of the slicing. List is optional. List of one, start, end, step size. Now here start means it indicates the index where slice has to start. There is no start, but default is 0. End. Now the end is the length minus 1. Now the end will be the last element, that is end minus 1. If there is no end, by default is the maximum allowed index of the list, that is the length of the list. If there is no step size, by default step size is 1. Observe here the statement note to print list 1 of column. Only single column. Now here start is by default 0. There is no end, and in the statement the entire list will be displayed on the screen. Entire list will be displayed on the screen. Now this is some examples I am showing the practically. This is the way to display entire list. This is the first way. Observe here, the entire list will be displayed on the screen. Now I am using slicing operator. Simply column. Now here there is no start value, there is no end value. Start value by default is 0. The end value, the default is the last index, the maximum index allowed in the list. Now in this case also the entire list will be displayed on the screen. Another way of to displaying entire list, print L of colon. Now that is start, there is no start value. By default is 0. But there is no end value. By default is the maximum allowed index. That is last index of the list. There is no step size. By default is 1. Now in this case also the entire list will be displayed on the screen. Entire list will be displayed on the screen. Suppose I want to display column 6 column. Here there is no start value, by default is 0. The end 6, that is 6 minus 1, 5. There is no step value, that is 1. That is 0 to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 10, 20, 34, 56, 78, 35 will be displayed on the screen. Next, suppose I am giving step size is 2. By default is 0, 6, the step size is 2. That is 0, 2, 4, then up to only up to 4. The maximum only 5. 10 will be displayed on the screen. 34 will be displayed on the screen. 78 will be displayed on the screen. That means, 20 means 0th index, comma, second index, comma, 4th index. Next, 6th index is out of range. Only 0th element, second element, 4th element will be displayed on the screen. Only first these elements. That is, 0th element is a 10, second element is 34, 4th element is 78 will be displayed on the screen. Similarly, now this is maximum 12. Suppose 22. Now second element, third element. I want to start third element, 22, 12. Now observe the output here. Now we will display some output, the same output, that is third element. What is third element? 0, 1, 2, 3, 56. Next 35. Next 14 will be displayed. Even though 22 it is out of range, now in the slicing operator it treats maximum allowed range only. If you are putting 22, the maximum allowed range is length of the list. The starting value sum 4, by default end value, the index value -1. I am putting -1. Now observe here, this is by default value 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 78. Now the steps is -1. That is 4 minus 1. That is 78, 56, 34, 20, 10 will be displayed on the screen. Observe here. Fourth index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 78. Step size is -1, 56, 34, 20, 10 will be displayed on the screen. Suppose I am starting with 7 and step size is -2. Observe here, the start is 7th index. Next 5th index. Next 3rd index. And next first index. Next first index. That is what is 7th value? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 14, 35, 56, 20 will be displayed on the screen. Now observe the output. 14, 35, 56, 20 will be displayed on the screen. Now observe here, -1. Now the negative index -1, start value -1. Now in this case, the entire list will be displayed in the reverse order. The entire list will be displayed in the reverse order. Entire list will be displayed in the reverse order. That is 14, 12, 14, 12, 35, and so on 10. Now to print the reverse of the list, we use colon -1. Similarly, print 4 minus 1, I am already explained, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. From 50 onwards, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 will be displayed on the screen. Next, modifying elements into a list. How can we modify the elements on the list? We can modify elements into the list using indexing. So for example, L is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. Now I want to replace the second index value by ASB. That is 0, 1, 2. 30 is replaced by ASB. L of 3 is assigned to 100. That is, the third index value is replaced by 100. What is third index value? 0, 1, 2, 3. That is, 40 is replaced by 100. After replacing print L, this is the output. Now, this is the one example of mutability. We can change the elements of the list. That is, list is mutable data type. I will show practically. This is the list L. L of 0, suppose L of 3, I am changing this value from 200. L of 5, we change it to some 500. Observe the output. 10, 20, 34, 56 is replaced by 200, 78, 35 is replaced by 500. And this is example of mutability. Next, creating a list using range function. Now we can create a list using the list function, which is the built-in function. The list is the built-in function. We can pass any sequence. Now the sequence automatically convert into the list. In this, I am using the only range function. Now the syntax, list name is equal to list of range start end step. It's the range function. Say for example, L is equal to list of range 5. Range 5 means 0 to 5. Now the list is created, the elements 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 4 will be, the list will be created like this. Now I am showing practically. List L is equal to list of, this is the built-in function, list of range of 5. Now I want to print L. I am executing this. This is the list will be generated. The elements 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose 0, start value is 0, comma, end value is 15, comma, the step size is 2. The step size is 2. Now 0, 2, 4, 6, all even numbers will be generated. A list contains even numbers from up to 15. Observe here, this is the list containing even numbers 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Now like this we can generate a list with even numbers. Suppose I want to generate a list odd numbers. Start value is 1. I am executing this. Now observe here. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Similarly, we can use 3 also. It will be displayed 1 plus 3, 4, 7, 10, 13. The list will be displayed like this. This is the example. Now this is the example. Next, to find the number of elements in the object, any object, we can use a built-in function, length function. Now the length function is applicable to these data type, that is string data type, tuple data type, data type, array data type, range data type, session data type. Syntax: length passing object as a parameter. So for example, this is the list L is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So now I want to know how many elements present in the list using the length function. Length of L. This function returns the number of elements in the list that integer value stored in the value n. Now here I am printing the value n, that is n is equal to 5. So in the practically this is the list. L is equal to from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I want to find the length of the L, length of the list L. I am using length function len of L, len of L. Now the length returns, the function returns total number of elements in the list that integer stored into the value n. Now I am trying to print n. Now observe the output 7. That means the total number of elements in the list 7. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Observe the index 0th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the last element, last index is length minus 1. The last index is length minus 1. This is the example. Traversing the elements of the list. The traversing means displaying elements of the list. The sequential access of each element in the list is called traversing. Now, in traversing, we can use while loop, for loop, and also index. Now, first, this is the example for while loop. This is the list. L is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now, I am starting and I am displaying 0th element. Initially, L is equal to 0 up to n index. The index is length of the n minus 1 while I less than length of L. Now I want to print L of I. In the same line I am using the AND attribute. AND is equal to colon. After printing the first element, now the control goes to the second element, that is I incremented by 1. After printing the entire list, the control goes to the new line. List. I am using while loop. Initially I is equal to 0. I is equal to 0. Now I am using while I less than length of L colon. I want to print L of I comma and is equal to some space and L. After printing the list, the control goes to the new line. Print new line. Here I plus I is incremented by 1. I is incremented by 1. Now I am executing this. Observe here. The entire list will be displayed on the screen. The entire list will be displayed on the screen. Now it is nothing but a traversing. Next, now I am using for loop. For I in range, for I in range, length of L, that is I takes 0th element. Print same L of I comma and is equal to some space. After displaying entire list, the control goes to the new line. Control goes to the new line. The length of the L means first I take 0, I takes 1, I takes 2, I takes 3, I takes 4, I takes 5, I takes 6. That is L of 0, 10 will be displayed. L of 1, 20. L of 2, 30. Next 40. Next 50. Next 60. Next 70 will be displayed on the screen. This is the output. Okay, another way of displaying this, I am using for I in sequence. Here, the L is also sequence. L is also sequence. Now that means for I in L means I takes the first element. Next I takes second element, this element. I takes this element. I takes this element. I takes this element. I takes 60. I takes 70. Now first I takes 10. The 10 will be displayed on the screen. The 10 will be displayed on the screen. That is I value will be displayed on the screen. Next equation, I takes 20. 20 will be displayed on the screen. Next I takes 30. 30 will be displayed on the screen. I takes 40. 40 will be displayed on the screen. I takes 50. 50 will be displayed on the screen like this. I am executing this. Now the entire list will be displayed on this. The entire list will be displayed on the screen. Now using the while loop, using for loop, now using the index, using range. I am already explained this. Now some program, write a Python program to display the elements in a reverse order. Write a Python program to display elements in a reverse order. Now I am explaining 4 ways. I am explaining 4 ways. First two ways for using for loop, 2 ways using while loop. Now first way I am using the for loop for I in range or I in range. I want to start from last index to this. Last index. Now I am starting I is equal to 1. The length of L plus 1. The length of the L plus 1. The length of the L plus 1. Observe here, I takes 1. What is the length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Now, the range is 7 plus 1, 8. The range is 1 to 7 only. That is, I takes 1 to 7. Now, I am printing L of minus I. I takes 1, I takes 2, I takes 3, I takes 1, I takes 2, I takes 3, I takes 4, I takes 5, I takes 6, I takes 7. Now minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, that is L of minus I. Now I am executing this. Observe, the entire list will be displayed in the reverse order. The entire list will be displayed in the reverse order. This is the one way of writing. Next, another way of writing this, another method. First, I am finding the length of the list. N is equal to length of the L. I am using the for loop for I in range. I in range. I am starting n comma n plus 1. N plus 1. Print L of n minus I. L of n minus I, comma, n is equal to space. After printing entire list in the reverse order, the control goes to the next line. Now observe here, perfect is valid 70. Now that is I takes 1, n minus 1, 6 will be displayed. Next I takes 2, n minus 2, I takes 3, n minus 3, I takes 4, n minus 4, and so on like this. This is the one way of writing the program. Now another way of writing the program, these are the different methods. I'm printing n minus 1 value, L of n minus 1, n is decremented by minus 1, n is decremented by minus 1. Observe the output is the same. Entire list will be displayed in the reverse order. This is the using the for loop. Next, deleting an element. Deleting an element from the list can be done using del statement. Here, del is the keyword. Using this keyword, we can delete the particular element in the list. That is, the del statement takes the position number of the element to the element to be deleted. Say for example, L is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to delete the second index element, that is L of 2, 0, 1, 2. That is del L of 2, that is 3 will be deleted from the list. Length of the L will be deleted from the list. Now after deleting 3, length, this is the list 1, 2, 3. So length is equal to n. Now I am to delete the particular value del L of position number 3. I am trying to delete L of position number 3. After deleting, I want to find print L and also print length of the n. Length of the n, length of the L. Observe this output. Now first, this is the list here. The length of the list is 7. After deleting third element, this is the list. The length of the list is 6. That means during the runtime, we can increase the length of the size or decrease the length of the size. Now this is the example to decrease the length of the size. Decrease the length of the size. In this case also, the list is mutability. The list is mutability. This is also one example of mutability. I want to delete the entire list del L. No, there is no, the list, entire list will be deleted. Now I am trying to print L. Now there is no L. I am trying, even though there is no L, I am trying to print the value of L. We get an error. That error is called name error. That is, L is not defined. The output. Name error, name L is not defined because I am already deleted. After deleting L, where is the L? There is no L. That is, L, the name L is not present, not defined. That is name error. Now, this is deleting entire list. This is the example. Concatenation of the two lists. Now, the concatenation means adding the two lists or joining the two lists. Now, for this we use a plus operator. Now, the plus operator, we can use concatenation operator. Similarly, the repetition operator. Star, we are using star as a repetition operator. Star is repetition operator. Now, in this operator, now the list displayed multiple times. Now, this is the example L1, L2, I want to add L1, L2, that is the concatenation of joining the two lists. Joining the two lists. Now the observe here is the first list. Now L1 plus L2, the elements of the L2 is adding end of the list. Observe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, some 7, 8. Now for repetition of the list, L is the list, L star 3, that is the elements of the L repeated 3 times. The list appears as like this. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the list L. This is the list L1. Now another list L2 is equal to some 100, comma, some 300, some 400. Now I want to joining these two lists. L1 L is equal to L1 plus L2. L1 plus L2. That is the L2 is added to the L1. Added to the L1. Now I am print the value. Print L. I am executing this. Observe here this output L1 plus L2. That is L2 is added to L1. After 70, 100, 300, 400 will be added to the list L1. Similarly, suppose I am adding L2 plus L1. L2 plus L1. Now, L2 plus L1, observe the output 100, 300, 400. Next L1 list will be added 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 like this. For repetition, L is equal to 1, 2, 3. Now I want to print L star 4. That is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 times will be displayed on the screen. Now this is the output. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I am displaying the elements 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Aliasing and cloning the list. Now the first aliasing. Aliasing means a nickname. A nickname, that is a new name. So for example, Ravi is the original name, whereas in mummy is calling him a Chintu. Now the Chintu is the alias of Ravi. Say for example, Ravi. Chintu is alias of Ravi. Now for this I am using assignment operator. Assignment operator. Observe here, giving a new name to an existing list is called aliasing. Now the existing person is a Ravi. Now its nickname is Chintu. Now Ravi, Chintu are same, but the name is different. Now in this list, use assignment operator. So for example, x is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To provide a new name to the list, we can use assignment operator as y is equal to x. Now x is copied to y. X is copied to y. Now here y is alias of x. Now same one object 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the list object. This object is shared by two variables x and y. Observe here, only one list of elements, but with two different names x and y. X is the original name and y is the alias name for the same list. Now if any modifications is done to x, will also modify y and vice versa. For this is the example, x, y is equal to x. That is, this object is shared by two values. That means the address of x, the address of x, the address of y are same. Now this is the list. Some a is equal to, I am assigning some a is equal to L. I am printing print id of L. ID of L. A is equal to L. Print ID of L. ID of L. Observe here, I am executing this. Now both ID of L, ID of A are same. Both IDs are same. Next, I am changing the value. I am changing some 2. I am replacing 2 by 100. 2 is 1 index. L of 1 is equal to 100. L of 1 is equal to 100. Now I am modifying the value L of 1, that is 2 replaced by 100. What are the changes in L? The same changes will be reflected on A. Now observe here. I am printing. Print L is equal to L. Print A is equal to A. Now observe the output. IDs are same. Now the modification of L will be reflected on the A. On the A. This is the aliasing. This is the example. Now this is also another example. Observe the one note. In this approach, by using one reference variable, if you are changing the content, then those changes will be reflected to other reference variable. To overcome this problem, we should use cloning, or we should go for cloning. Cloning are two ways we are cloning. One is using the slice operator, another is copy function. Now observe here the cloning definition. The process of creating exactly duplicate independent objects is called cloning. That means same, the different objects, that IDs are different. We can implement cloning by using slice operator or by copy method. First we will discuss using slicing operator, that is y is equal to x colon, that is the list x is copied to y. Now here x and y are independent objects, or independent lists. Any modifications to x will not reflect on y. Similarly, there is any modifications on y will not reflect on x. This is list. L is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the list. Now A is equal to, I am copying entire list using slice operator. Now I am finding the address. Print ID of L. Print ID of A. I am executing this. Observe here. Observe this. Both IDs are different. That means L and A are independent objects. Now I am modifying L of sum 4 is equal to sum 400. Now I am printing. Print A. Print L. Print A. Print L. Now observe the output. What is the L? I am modifying this. This modification will not reflect on L, on A. Will not reflect on A. That means L and A are two different objects. L and A are two different objects. Now this is pictorial representation. x, y is equal to x colon, y of 3 is equal to 10, x and the y are different objects. Now I am modifying third element, that is 4, replaced by n. Now this changes will not reflect on x. Now this is another example, same example. Next, by using the copy method. Now x, this is the list, y is equal to x dot copy. Only I am using the copy method, that is the entire x will be copied to y. Now in this case also x and y are two different objects. Now here I am using the same L dot copy method. Now observe here, we get the same output. Two differences are same. A and L, the address are different. That means L and A are independent objects. Now what are the changes in L will not reflect the change in A. Membership operators in a list. Suppose I want to check the element is in the list or not. In this case, we use a membership operators. The membership operators are in, not in. After here, we can check whether element is a member of the list or not using membership operator. Now this is in, not in. These are the membership operators. This is the example. I want to check 10 in L or not. If it is a 10 is present in the L, it returns true. Not in is a reverse operation of print. Suppose 7 in here. The element 7 is in the list. The output is a true. Output is true. Not in is a reverse operation. Reverse operation is a false. Similarly, suppose 70 in here. The element 70 is not present in the L. Now the output is false. Suppose I am using not. The reverse operation. True. The reverse operation. True. Now I am going to stop here. Thank you.